Thank you for watching this tutorial today on Microsoft Excel. Today I'm going to provide a um, small but rather big tip in calculating um, columns and rows and totals based on prices per unit, units sold, and revenue. It's very simple, yet saves a ton of time when using Excel. Most people that don't or aren't familiar with Excel would typically enter data into each month. For example, you may hit January 2013, February 2013, March 2013. Why do this when you don't have to? What we can do here is, let's say we only entered January 2013, February 2013. You can copy both the cells in B3 to B4, and Excel knows the sequence based on these two reference points, and we can drag the corner down and bring it down to December 2013. We'll say we want to calculate units sold and revenue for each month as well as total. So at the end of in A15 I'll put total. Okay, units sold, I'll show you that. And you can see in G2 I've entered the price per unit as $5. This is basically, it could be $4, $3, whatever the price per unit is, you can enter that here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to copy cells without having to enter data. And this is where the $ becomes important in the formula. Basically, the $ will allow you to fix either the row, the column, or both on any cell reference by preceding a column or a row with the $. So what I'll show you is, we want to know, we'll put, for example, we'll start off in January 2013, we'll say we sold 300 units. Okay, say February we sold 460 units, and in March 200. Wasn't as good a month. In April we did 500 units. Okay, so this is the only data that you'll have to enter as a unit sold, because that's, you know, a variable amount. But our revenue, which would be our units sold times the price per unit, we can enter the first one here, which you'll enter an equal sign, which is the beginning of the formula, and the units sold, and then you want to hit the shift 8 key to give us times, and I'm going to click over here on G2. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. So in January we sold 300 units at $5 per unit, which is $1,500. Okay, now I can't just simply copy this and paste it. It's not going to give me any data, because what you see here is we're referencing C4 times G3, so it's going down. Okay, so 460 times 0 is essentially 0. What we want to do is we want to keep G2, okay, that's here, constant, while changing C, column C. So we want column C to reference each one of these cells as we go down here, because we want to calculate 5 times 300 to give us the revenue, 5 times 460 to give us the revenue for February. So basically what we're going to do here is I'm going to go back up to the formula, and I'm going to enter a $ symbol in front of the C3, which is going to tell the formula to basically go one row below and reference the row below. And I want to keep G2 constant, so I'm going to put the $ just before the 2. I'm going to hit enter. You see here is the total. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit right click on it, copy, and I'm going to drag it down. And you can see that now if we click on D4, $C4, so it's referencing C4, and G2 remains constant. And we can go ahead and do this for all of them. Just copy down, and it's going to give us units sold 500 times 5. You could just make sure it's 2,500. And again, it goes down one row in column C and keeps the constant G2. Okay, so we'll keep, if we want to keep something constant, we can put the $ between the column and the cell number. All right. Now, in terms of the total, we want to know the total units sold as well as revenue. So, how do we do the total units sold? You can do it simply by entering equal sign and typing sum and selecting all this and clicking and hitting enter. Now this is your total units sold. And for example, when we calculate May, say you do 890, you'll notice, 890, you'll notice that the units sold will change because it's taking the sum of cell C3 through C14. Alright. Now let's say, for example, in June 2013, we sell 600. You're going to notice that when I enter 600 in here, the revenue is automatically going to be calculated because we're referencing the price per unit. And you can see here. Now, not only do we want the units sold total, but we want to know the total revenue from January 2013 through December 2013. So again, you can either simply do equals and sum in upper cases and select all this data. Even though there's zeros in there, you still want to select it because it's pre-populating the formula here, and you can hit enter. So now when we actually calculate our July 2013, say we do 400, you'll notice a change in both the revenue here for that month as well as the total. And that shows units sold as well as the total revenue over the year. Now say I was to change the price per unit next year to $10. Alright, prices have gone up. Let's change it to 10. My data changes, okay? Because it's referencing this. Okay? So basically this is a quick tutorial on the $ in a formula and calculating units sold per month in the revenue and total over a year's time, as well as doing auto sum. Instead of doing the equals sum, you could also select all your information here, and you can go to auto sum and just click that and automatically does it. Okay, and the same is true for any columns. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. Hope this helps you and saves time, and you can do this with pretty much any type of data you want. Alright, thank you.